there is a different steps involved in software development life cycle, and we have to dig into that, what are those steps is and what the companies are doing at that different stage. So this topic is known as stages of SDLC. You guys can say stages, or you guys can say like phases, you guys can say steps, whatever you want to say. Okay, so first thing is requirement analysis or requirement gathering. So basically I made here 2 points of requirement analysis and defining requirement. Basically that is the same stage. Requirement analysis and requirement gathering, you guys can see different names on different website. You can say requirement analysis, requirement gathering, okay, and all these. So what is the requirement gathering mean? So requirement gathering mean is to collect the information from the client, like what they want to develop in a system, what different functionalities they involve. So let me again give you a practical example. Like for example, if you have to buy a home, or if you are planning to construct your own house, okay, so what you will do, you will go to the builder. Okay, so what is the first question of the builder? He or she will gather requirement from you, like how much land you have, what are your requirements, how much the rooms you want, what is the size of the living area, how much backyard you want. So all these are your requirements. They will gather the requirement from you. Am I right? Agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, so in the same way, when you are working in any software development company, so for example, you are going that I need a web-based application. So definitely any team member will sit with you and he will ask you the basic question, like, can you give us the requirement? What are the different functionalities you want? What are your goal is? What are the different options you want to add in a web-based application? So requirement gathering is very important phase of any application. So there is a separate team member that is known as business analyst. Okay, he or she is responsible, business analyst is responsible to gather all the requirements from the client. This is not a tester job to collect the requirement. Keep in mind, right now we are just learning the software development lifecycle process. Okay, so here I will try to introduce different positions that are available in one project, or different team members and what are their responsibilities are. Like to do a requirement gathering is a responsibility of the business analyst person. So what your business analyst person of the team member of the team will do, this team member will sit with the client, it will gather all the requirements and make their raw notes. Okay, so after making the notes, okay, client wants this, client wants this, client wants this, okay, all these things, it will sit with the client and collect all the information as much as he or she can. Then he will come back to his desk and it will create a proper document that is known as a requirement specification document or requirement description document. Okay, that is normally we can say requirement document. Okay, so what is that requirement document is? That requirement document will tell to the managers, will tell to the developers, will tell to the testers what are the product that client wants from our team to develop it. Okay, all the functionalities, all the developers, all the testers will be dependent on this document. Because if I can take an example of the testers, how you will come to know as a tester like this is a right product or not? Definitely
business requirement document according to the business requirement.
Yes, this requirement document will tell you like what are the exact product we have to develop. Okay, so first phase of software development life cycle is requirement gathering or requirement analysis. Clear up to here? Anybody have any doubt? Okay, now requirement gathering is done. So what is defining requirement is? Defining requirement is nothing to convert the raw requirements into professional requirement specification document that is known as defining requirement that I already covered. Now let's move to the second step, guys, designing of the product. Okay, you went to the builder. So builder took all the requirements that you guys need, this much room, this much your living area, and all the whatever your requirement is gathered. So what is the next thing is either builder or you read to architect person. So what architect person will do, architect person will show you the design. It will create a design for you. Okay, this is the design of your house. They will give you a different different options to you. Okay, you can make your a master room size of this, and you can put the other room size is this, or you can make a master room size little small, give more space to the living area, anything. Like it will give you the different options. So what is that? That is a design of your home. That is a map, or that is an architecture view of your house, that how your house will look like, which thing is at what place. So that is come under the designing. It will create a design. It will, he or she will review design with you, and then you have to approve that design. There may be a modification back and forth. Then at the end, when at last the company will approve the design with your approval, and then they have to move forward. In the same way, developers will get the requirement, and according to the requirement, the designer person, nowadays that position is known as front end developer. This thing is done by the front end developer. Sometimes companies hired a separate designer for that thing. Their main job is to design the application. So what I mean, the design of the application, like for example, I had shown you the Amazon homepage, right? So how the team will come to know that what is the color combination of Amazon homepage, how the Amazon homepage will looks like, where have to be placed Amazon logo, where have to be placed this search bar. Definitely the person who is designing this page, he did a mock design and presented in front of all the team members, in front of the managers. Then everybody had given their feedback. Tester also will give the feedback according to their experience. For example, like we say that the color of this search icon is not very attractive, please change it to this. This card button maybe not good here, we can place somewhere else. These icons that displaying here, maybe we can change its wording, we can change in text. So these are the design things you guys are finalizing of any application. So whatever the pages it is showing, like you are clicking, it is going to the other pages. For every page, it have to be designed by the developer and consult with the different team members. Okay, and then with the approval of managers, these designs are finalized. Okay, this is our standard design, and according to this design we have to develop our pages. This is how designing steps comes in front of the in the software development process. Okay, any question guys up to here?
Does the architects are the same person like system analyst teams, or they are different from each other?
No, the team member is of a same project, of a same team, but business analyst collect the requirement and designer or front end developer will prepare a design document for you. Is that why your question?
I mean, business analysts collect the requirement from the clients.
Yes.
Then when they prepare the note or change it to a required document, then you say that the architects are involved to create or design the application, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
My question is, does the system analyst teams are the same like architects guys, or their architects guys are alone, or system analyst teams are alone?
No. All the team member will work together. There is no separate teams for that. Every team have a business analyst. Every team have his own architect.
Okay.
You got my point?
Yeah, because in some documents I read or I see that they say that when the requirement document is prepared, that then the system analyst teams involved and work on that. So that's why I ask all the projects as only system architects or system analyst team. Or maybe
you mixing two things here. The thing you are talking about, that is you are talking about that team that is taking care of the whole environment, whole servers, whole system of the whole company. Basically, we are talking about the project level. We are not talking about the company level. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, I can draw one diagram here for you guys to explain this thing. So for example, there is a one project is going on. This is your client. For example, this is Casco is your client. Okay. Casco is your client. And there is one team member that is business analyst. This is a business analyst here. This is your front-end developer. This is your back-end developer, and this is your tester. Okay. So what it will do, this business analyst will directly contact with the client, gather all the information. Okay. Sorry. And after preparing the document, what it will do, give me one second, let me do it this way. So your business analyst will interact with your client, okay, to develop a Casco website application, and it will collect all the information and it will prepare for you a requirement specification document. Okay. So what this requirement specific, after finalizing each and everything, what the business analyst do, this business analyst will deliver this requirement document to your front-end developer, to your back-end developer, to the tester, and to the database administrator. Okay, so I'm writing the name. So in this way, you will get the idea what are the different team members involved. Okay, so you can say here front-end developer. So this person is designer as well. Okay, here is your backend developer. So this backend developer is creating your web services. All the server code, server logic will handle by this backend developer. Okay, then this is your testers where we come, and this is your database administrator, DBA. Their responsibility is to develop the databases. So in every project, almost these are the different. I'm not talking about the managers. So, but these are the technical team involved in each and every project. For example, there is another project for Walmart.com. Then again, in that project also there is a separate team members are there. Not these team members. These team members are already busy in developing the Casco.com. And when they will give you another project, for example, Walmart.com, so the company will hire another team members, all these, another business analyst, other front-end developer, other back-end developer, other testers, other DBA to work on this project. So this is the how the things are working. Arun brother, is that clear now?
Yes, but we don't have any other team by the name of system analyst, guys, or we does on the project.
No. See, there is another team members like DevOps, like maybe you can say, we cannot say system analyst. We can say that like DevOps persons are there that managing the overall environment on a backside, all the servers, all the configurations, and all that, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what here it will do, all the design will finalize. Okay, that is the second stage. Okay, now up to this stage, your requirement is finalized, your design is finalized, what are the design of the application is. So let me come back to our practical example of the house. When your requirement is done, your architecture is done, then it's a time to start building the house. Okay, so fourth stage is in the fourth stage, developers will start actual coding. Okay, it will start to code practically. Front end developer will start coding on a front end side, back end developer will start coding on a back end side. Okay, so fourth stage is a coding stage where the actual coding will be take place. All the coding will be happen in the stage number 4. Okay, and fifth stage is, now our house is built. Okay, the builder will call, please come and inspect your house. So you went there, you tested either it is good or not. So in the same way, when the coding is done, then the fifth stage will come to testing the test the product. Whatever the product developed by the developers, according to the requirement documents, you guys have to test that product. Okay. And stage number 5, you guys are doing the actual testing. Okay. So when you're done with the testing, now you're done with the inspection of the house, everything is good to go. Then what is the last step? When you approve to the contractor, okay, yes, we got a house according to whatever we need and everything is fine. So last step is contractor will hand over a key to you and you guys are good to go. Okay. In the same way, when requirement is done, designing is done, developing is done, testing is done, now we are pretty confident that our system is looks like fine. So we have to know it's a time to deploy or it's a time to hand over that specific product to the client. So then in stage 6, we can deploy. If there any maintenance needed, we can do that. So this is the last stage of the software development lifecycle. So this whole process is known as software development lifecycle. Let me conclude my discussion. What is SDLC is? Software development lifecycle is a process that followed by the companies to develop and test the softwares. What are the different stages involved in SDLC? First stage is requirement analysis or requirement gathering. Second is a designing phase. Third is a developing phase. Fourth is a testing phase. And last is a deployment phase. So these are the different stages that involved during the SDLC. Any question, guys, up to here?
No.
Usman, I can't hear you. What are you saying?
No, I said it's clear.
What about others?
It is clear, sir, but I have only one question. I didn't really understand the term deployment.
Okay, sure. Good question. Guys, so like here is one thing. I'm trying my best not to use a professional language in front of you. But sometimes we are using, because deployment, production, these kind of words we are using on day to day in our on our actual practical environment. So if I use this kind of word and you're not able to get that, please ask me. Don't shy on anything. Yes, deployment mean is just to hand over the product to the client. Okay. For example, if you are working on a store, okay, and in a stores they are using point of sale system. Okay. They come to your store and they install the system on your register. Okay. So what happened that basically they are deploying the product into your computer, into your system, into your register. Okay. So deploy means to hand over to the client to install that software for the client, where the client will be able to use it freely.